Hi everybody, and welcome to your monthly reading by sign. Let's see who we're reading for next. Be sure to check out your moon and rising sign for a more complete view of the month, or you may find those readings resonate more for you. Let's see, Sagittarius, welcome. Okay, let's see what's in store for you for May. We do have our lunar phases, of course. We have a full moon lunar eclipse happening in tropical Scorpio on May 5th. And it's also going to be in Libra in sidereal astrology. But then at the end of May, May 19th, we have a new moon happening in Taurus for both sidereal and tropical. And we also still have Mercury in retrograde until May 14th when it stations direct. However, it'll still be in its shadow until the end of the month, so just be aware of that. Let's get our general message for Sag. Okay. Underneath the deck, strength. Okay, your sister fire sign Leo. Very nice. Beautiful. Feeling empowered, probably, with this season of Aries wrapping up. We still have the sun in tropical Aries until mid-May as well, so could still be feeding off of those trines to your placements in Sagittarius. All right. Let's check out our first card here, the Six of Pentacles. This is ruled by the placement of Moon in Taurus, so perhaps that new moon towards the end of the month on the 19th will put you in a positive position there. It's generally depicted as a scales or reciprocity, or the ability to give and receive. Gratitude. We have the Chariot now with Cancer. And the Nine of Swords. And the Seven of Cups. And the Six of Swords. Interesting. Six of Coins, Six of Swords, the Chariot. And then also a 7, 7, 7, 6, 6. And then we have the Nine of Swords. All right. That feels right to me. So these two obviously depicting movement. Could be two moving away from each other. But let's see. Things are apparently getting better, though, as we move away from any of this kind of illusion. Maybe somebody deceived you, maybe broke your heart, or you found out a truth about something, maybe around this full moon in Scorpio. And I mean, because Scorpio is the keeper of secrets, and the full moons always bring things to light that were once hidden. So that could cause you to go in another direction based on what you discover about a person, a situation, maybe an employer even. But I think it's a departure with grace, and as mentioned in the Six of Coins, with gratitude there. But let's see what else we have in store for us based on the astrology cards. Whatever's revealed is for the best. I mean, you have the Strength card under the deck to start the reading, so it gives you that personal inner strength to walk away knowing that you're going to be okay, that things are going to be better for you on maybe the other bank of the river, the other side of the ocean, whatever it is. It's an emotional crossing, right? Scorpio is a water sign. We have the ability to release that through some tears, perhaps. Underneath, we have House 10, Structure, Discipline, Life Mission, Accomplishment, and Career. Okay, again, it could be something surrounding your work. Not all of you, but some of you, this could be like a severance pay, getting a last paycheck from a boss. Or it could be you quitting. It doesn't have to be a termination per se or downsizing, but let's see what else we have. Water, again, spirituality, emotion, intuition, and compassion. Okay, could be those tears I was referencing. Cardinal, instigation, bravery, and a pioneering spirit. Yeah, so having courage, like the Strength card, the Lion, courage to go a new direction, to turn a corner, to turn the page, to start something new for yourself. And the South Node, destined to release. Okay, so with the Seven of Cups there, the Nine of Swords, this definitely gives that feeling of pouring something out. It's time to let that go. And then we have House 4, cultural and family roots, home, peace, and comfort. Some of you could be leaving a home with the Cancer here and water and the 4th house. And the Cancer showing up in the cardinal sign. So could be, again, not being kicked out of your home, but making a new home somewhere else. Or people in your home leaving. Let's see what else is going on for you. Let's get your animal medicine for today, for the month. But yeah, definitely a new direction. We have, the Chariot's Cancer too, so could be involving with the Cancer. Maybe your work-life balance was out of balance and something had to go. You chose one over the other. Snake, number 6. Another 6. We have 3 6s now. Not an evil number, but I mean it adds up to 18, which reduces to the number 9, which is completion of a cycle, the ending, the highest vibration of a single digit before restarting at 10. 1 plus 0 brings you back to 1. So also it's physical matter. 6 protons, 6 electrons, 6 neutrons. That's the element carbon. So let's see what the snake has for us. And remember I mentioned Scorpio, the Scorpio lunar eclipse. There's 3 phases of the Scorpio. It's the scorpion, the serpent, and the eagle as an evolution. And the snake can be deceptive, can be poisonous. You know, someone's a snake in the grass. You didn't see some way in which they were being manipulative or deceitful. They can also be toxic. But let's take a look at what the book says for snake. Snake, come crawling, there's fire in your eyes. Bite me, excite me, I'll learn to realize. The poison transmuted brings eternal flame. Open me to heaven to heal me again. It's interesting next to this flame card where I placed it. But transmutation is the title of the card, and if that's not the definition of Scorpio, I don't know what is. Snake medicine people are very rare. Their initiation involves experiencing and living through multiple snake bites, which allows them to transmute all poisons, be they mental, physical, spiritual, or emotional. The power of snake medicine is the power of creation, for it embodies sexuality, psychic energy, alchemy, reproduction, and ascension, or immortality. Transmutation of the life, death, rebirth cycle is exemplified by the shedding of snake skin. It is the energy of wholeness, cosmic consciousness, and the ability to experience anything willingly and without resistance. It is the knowledge that all things are equal in creation, and that those things which might be experienced as poison can be eaten, ingested, integrated, and transmuted if one has the proper state of mind. Thoth, the Atlantean, who later returned as Hermes and was the father of alchemy, used the symbology of 2 snakes intertwining around a sword to represent healing. Complete understanding and acceptance of the male and female within each organism creates a melding of 2 into 1, thereby producing divine energy. This medicine teaches you on a personal level that you are a universal being. Through accepting all aspects of your life, you can bring about the transmutation of the fire medicine. This fire energy, when functioning on the material plane, creates passion, desire, procreation, and physical vitality. On the emotional plane, it becomes ambition, creation, resolution, and dreams. On the mental plane, it becomes intellect, power, charisma, and leadership. When this snake energy reaches the spiritual plane, it becomes wisdom, understanding, wholeness, and connection to the Great Spirit. If you have chosen this symbol, there is a need within you to transmute some thought, action, or desire so that the wholeness may be achieved. This is heavy magic, but remember, magic is no more than a change in consciousness. Become the magician or the enchantress. Transmute the energy and accept the power of the fire, which is interesting because you are a fire sign. So you were born of this. This is no stranger to you. When you play with fire, sometimes you get burned. And that might be what the 9 of Swords and the 7 of Cups was all about. But there is, again, motivation here with the Strength card that began this whole reading to rebuild yourself out of the ashes. Because, I mean, again, the 3rd phase of Scorpio is the eagle. Some call it the phoenix. So it is, Scorpio's the 8th house of death and rebirth. And it speaks of the alchemy and the transmutation by snake medicine. So we're going to take a look at this alchemy deck here. See what energy is present for you, Sagittarius. And if you're a tropical Sagittarius, I mean, you still might have some placements in neighboring Scorpio. So check that out. Also, we have the constellation of Fucus, which is rarely talked about, between Scorpio and Sagittarius. And the title of that that zodiac sign is literally the serpent bearer, as he has a snake around him. All right. Let's see. Iron. Okay. So this is Mars. Fire. Not too many irons in the fire. Okay. So it's got that same alchemical property there as the snake energy was speaking of fire. Let's see what else. 22. Okay, well, it's a master builder, master destroyer number. Mars is destructive, as we know. And Mars is the ancient ruler of Scorpio. So let's see how this all fits together. All right, magnetism, reliability, Mars. Iron is a reliable metal that can withstand great pressure. Over the centuries, we have come to utilize this metal extensively, mixing it with carbon to create the steel bridges, highways, and infrastructures. It's interesting that I mentioned carbon in the 3 6s in this reading. Okay. In alchemy, iron is associated with the planet Mars and shares its qualities of being strong, assertive, and potentially warlike. We had the Strength card in Leo there open the reading. When the Iron card appears, there is a call to rely only on the reliable. What truly supports you? What have you already built? Iron dwells at the center of Earth, so when all else feels lost, go inward. There is a deep magnet there that pulls you towards what is steady and true. For the moment, put your words and weapons down and let yourself be held by the structure that is already in place. So it feels like there's this very indestructible quality about you, Sagittarius, that no matter how many spears are thrown at you, or whether they be physical or words or circumstance, it's like nothing can really bring you down. You're solid at your core. There's a part of you that can't be touched by fire because, again, you're made of it. There's only so much someone can do to try to inflict harm on your energy field. So the side notes say, watch for planetary pairings between all the metals and planet cards. Iron and Mars appearing in one reading indicate a great conflict looms. Well, we have the astrology cards here, and luckily Mars did not show up, so it doesn't appear as an external conflict. It may be more internal too. This transmutation spoken of in the snake energy. In esoteric wisdom traditions, Mars and Iron are associated with the gallbladder. It may be time to contemplate what can be broken down and what must remain. Okay, and that's interesting. I mentioned about the indestructible parts of you. I mean, yes, some things Mars is good for. It's good for clearing out unnecessary baggage or junk or other people's energy or things that we've been carrying around too long, like the old snake skin. You don't need that anymore. Throw it away. You've outgrown it. Let's go ahead and take a look at your archetype card now. It's from the same author as this new alchemy deck, so the art's very similar for that obvious reason. Make some room here. I feel like something is being taken out of your life that was either toxic or it was sapping your energy. And with this red color, next to the snake, which is also the Kundalini energy in Eastern spiritualism, which resides at the base of your spine, the root chakra, which is red and orange in the sacrum. And as we are able to rise that energy up into consciousness and utilize it for our own productivity, it empowers us, and we're no longer living in those baser instincts, in those self-destructive. We may think something is good for us until we step back and get a different perspective on it, and that might be the 7 of Cups as well, showing you, what was false about a situation and how it needs to be released in order for you to elevate your energy. Okay, we're going to take this center card, the Vow, number 54. Okay, so now we're at yellow. We went from red, orange, and yellow. So these are the lower chakras. Maybe again that stability, that base layer. There's an assurance there. There's a confidence about the foundation that you are building for yourself. So let's read about the Vow. And this is not going to apply to everyone, but again, a change in the home or something. We mentioned the fourth house in Cancer several times. I mean, when I think of vows, obviously, I think of marriage vows. It could be with Mars there, a destruction of those vows. Again, finding out a secret about someone or something. And again, this is not applying to everybody. So if it's your situation, take it. If not, let's read about the different explanations of the vow. So the vow is the promise, the oath, the contract. When the vow is spoken, the air shifts, karmic ties are formed, and destiny tilts on its axis. Our words and intentions have immense power. There is a reason the great mythic stories of our past often include the recitation of oaths, and the mixing of drops of blood is a mark of union. The tricky part is that reciting the vow, no matter how casually it activates the eternal and unseen forces of the world, the ancestors bear witness, the laws of nature respond. These promises cannot be unsaid or forgotten, so breaking them can leave lingering complexities and loose ends. This card calls us to acknowledge the vow we are living by consciously or unconsciously, and either recommit to it or create a ritual that signifies its closure. You've been understanding the power of your promises, underestimating the power of your promises. Okay, so the side notes say, think of the last promise you made. Was it to yourself or another? Has it been upheld or broken? Anytime the energy of the vow is present, we are in the archetypal realm of ceremony and ritual. That means time stands still and anything is possible. So if you find yourself at this point, again, it looks like it though, with the Chariot and the Six of Swords, the movement beyond, from rougher seas to calmer waters, movement away from conflict or deception or lower energies. It could be a vow to yourself, and or it could be, again, that vow of dissolution if you perform some kind of cord cutting ceremony or some kind of ritual to indicate the closing of a connection, whether you had it with, again, a boss or somebody personal. Then it's signifies to your subconscious mind that you no longer have that energetic attachment and that you're free to move on. Okay, so speaking of the ancestors bearing witness, let's see, since I picked up this deck, what they have to say. Mirror Guardian, take time to reflect. Okay. Alright, and underneath we have another very celestial looking, there's both stars in these pictures here, is the star ancestor. Follow the voice of your soul. And even the Chariot here has stars behind it. It's kind of looks like it's driving over the earth in the atmosphere. Okay, let's read about the Mirror Guardian. Okay. Take some time to reflect on your strengths and challenges and how far you've come. Recognize your gifts. Angels accept you just the way you are. Even when you are going through a challenging time, they still hold you in the highest esteem. The Mirror Guardian, a female angel looking into the mirror of life, invites you to witness your spiritual strength and beauty, to see yourself as angels do. The mirror represents the fact that your core beliefs and ideas are in fact what is reflected back to you by your world. Your life is one big mirror of how you feel within, and the Mirror Guardian helps you recognize that. When this card appears, you are being invited to take some time to see where you are right now. You are a beautiful being who has surmounted so many challenges and expanded in so many ways. Your angels are now guiding you to take inventory of your life, to take the time to note all of your recent experiences, the challenges you have surmounted, the strengths you have developed, and the lessons you have learned. Your angels want you to reflect on your strengths, in particular those aspects of yourself that you feel have not been acknowledged by others. Offer yourself approval where it's due, and know that when you give yourself credit, others will be able to as well. All right, that's strong core on the inside. Again, recognize yourself for that and what it took to build that within yourself. And oh, I just noticed there's a snake there in the strength card as well. There we go. Lovely. Okay, let's get your Queen of the Moon Oracle for May. Attraction. Supermoon. Okay, that's a 44. So it's a full moon when it's closest to the earth, makes it a full moon, a full super moon. All right. We mentioned this theme of magnetism too with iron. So there is something that you're being drawn to, or you're drawing it to you. You could meet in the middle there. There's that sense of traveling to something. Maybe you're feeling pulled in a certain direction. All right, this is... You can be magnetic to others and attract the good things in life. You can repel what you no longer wish to attract. Be ready for opportunity. Avoid extremes that might cause negative imbalance in your body or mind. Think of connections greater than yourself. The mantra is, I can attract what I wish and repel what I do not. And a supermoon is a full moon that is the closest distance from the Earth in its revolutions. It is also referred to as a perigee moon. The supermoon looks huge in the sky, and being so close to the Earth, it influences the oceans more than usual, causing more extreme tides than are normal. We have water showing up in our astrology cards too. These changes in gravity and force are certainly noticeable, and for many people who follow the cycles of the moon and do magical workings aligned with them, it is the energy of supermoons that is most important. And a normal full moon gives us an opportunity to have rocket power under our intentions. A supermoon greatly magnifies this energy into a supernova. I feel like this is also alluding to the idea of a lunar eclipse as well, because a regular full moon is good for releasing, but when it's an eclipse, it's extremely powerful in that regard. If we are growing, we all want to attract experiences into our lives. This can be positive relationships, a lifestyle that suits us better, clarity, love, prosperity, creativity, the list goes on. Equally, we also perhaps wish to be able to repel the experiences we do not want. It's important then not to just know what we want, but to be able to recognize what we don't. Attraction isn't about what we accept, but how we discern. Blindly attracting everything we think into our lives rarely makes us happy, but being focused about it does. This card also suggests that we think globally and for the whole. If you are making intentions on the supermoon, include one for the planet. Companion stone or metal is magnetite. Okay. So, again, it mentions reflecting on what to attract, what you do want and what you don't want. Again, give yourself credit for the lessons learned, and now focus your attention moving forward on, after the release is complete, then replace that void with your positive intentions for what you want to bring forth next. Okay, let's take a look at some making magic cards for you. Prosperity, a prosperous business with riches and success. And that's interesting because we had again that House 10 Capricorn card show up under the astrology. So maybe that's the direction or venture that you're pouring your intentions into. To focus on your business, on your wealth building. Felix Felicitas, power symbol to create lucky serendipitous events. Okay. And the sun. The golden energy of the sun brings fame and fortune. We have the Leo here too, which is ruled by the sun. So there's a power plant, I think, within you. And the next we have achievement, win the award, accolade, or contract. So you're winning by the end of the month. Whether it's a personal victory or an external victory, underneath we have the power symbol, cleanse, purify, and protect the physical body. So there is a great generation of power here. You're getting your power back, as they always say. But I really do feel that you're calling it back in with that magnetism. I think you're retracting, and especially under this Mercury retrograde, you're calling back in things to you, reversing things, reversing vows, even promises you may have made under duress or under the influence of somebody else. It's like you know now that it may be that promise was made under false pretenses, that somebody had promised to give you something and then it didn't end up panning out. So it's time for you to reel it in. Okay, let's take a look at some angel cards for you and we'll wrap this up. Okay, for Sagittarius. Simplicity. Yeah, keep it simple. Cut out the excess. It's a lot easier to manage that energy when it's simple. Integrity. You're maintaining your integrity, absolutely. And understanding. Okay. And understanding the lessons that we've been through and how to avoid learning, having to repeat that same lesson in the future. And one more. Humor. Okay, that's great. Keep it light. Again, that can help you kind of cope with any kind of anxiety or loss. The transmutation spoken of in the snake energy. We have this Nine of Swords, right? Lighten the mood with humor. Maybe someday you'll be able to look back on this and laugh. All right. I hope you enjoyed this reading, Sagittarius. Take care. Best wishes to you for the month of May. We'll see you next time. Bye.